हेलो एंड अ वेरी वार्म वेलकम। मैं हूं रुचि शर्मा। क्रिप्टो करेंसी मार्केट लगातार गिर रही है। बावजूद इसके वेब 3.0 गेमिंग इंडस्ट्री में बहुत सारी इन्वेस्टमेंट्स हम देख रहे हैं। इसकी वैल्यूएशन लगातार बढ़ रही है। तो क्या है इसके पीछे की वजह? और बहुत सारे इश्यूज हैं जिसकी वजह से ब्लॉकचेन गेमिंग पर सवाल उठ रहे हैं। इन तमाम सवालों के जवाब देने के लिए हमारे साथ जुड़ गए हैं विश्वास भूषण, जो कि कोडमायर और इट्स की के को फाउंडर है। अ वेरी वार्म वेलकम टू यू विश्वास।
Hey, hi, how are you?
I'm fine.
And thanks for hosting me over here. And I'm happy to share my experience with you guys about the future of NFTs and GameFi.
या श्योर। तो विश्वास, जैसे कि मैंने मेंशन भी किया कि जिस तरह से क्रिप्टो मार्केट जो है वो लगातार काफ़ी टाइम से गिर रही है और उसके बहुत सारे रीजंस हैं, लेकिन वहीं जो वेब 3.0 गेमिंग इंडस्ट्री है उसे बहुत ज़्यादा इन्वेस्टमेंट मिल रहा है और उसकी वैल्यूएशन भी बढ़ रही है। इनफैक्ट अगर अभी की बात करें तो मिड अप्रैल से लेकर अब तक $3 बिलियन का जो है वो इन्वेस्टमेंट मिल चुका है गेमिंग इंडस्ट्री को, ब्लॉकचेन गेमिंग इंडस्ट्री को। तो ये जो इन्वर्स रिलेशन है ये क्या है? क्यों गिरती हुई मार्केट में भी ब्लॉकचेन गेमिंग इंडस्ट्री को फंड्स मिल रहे हैं? अगर ये आप हमें बता पाएं तो।
Well, it's not just about कि Web3 in games. It's all about कि Web3 अपने आप में बहुत ज़्यादा नया है. And when you talk about gaming, gaming is like not a very new market. It's a very, very, very old market. And the kind of attraction and the kind of money flow happens in the gaming industry is completely insane. Now everyone is trying to do it in Web3. And everyone is trying to bring the transactions and bring the attentions and try to attract the Web2 gamers or the whole gaming industry into the Web3. So अभी सबके पास बहुत ज़्यादा opportunities हैं because we are very early, and the biggest flaws in the whole gaming industry in Web3 that still people are figuring out to provide the same gaming experience what we have already exist in Web2 gaming industry. So the point is we are early and people are coming up with different ideas, and which attracts investors as well because they know the value of gaming and they know the value of crypto, and people are just trying to do the miracles with them.
जी विश्वास, तो हम ब्लॉकचेन गेमिंग इंडस्ट्री की जहां बात कर रहे हैं वहां एक्सी इन्फिनिटी वन ऑफ द टॉप प्लेयर्स में से है। अगर लीडर्स भी कहा जाए तो गलत नहीं होगा, लेकिन हाल फिलहाल में एक्सी इन्फिनिटी के 40% जो यूजर्स हैं, जो यूजर बेस है उसका वो घट गया है, कट हो गया है। अगर हम जो रिसेंट हैक हुआ था एक्सी इन्फिनिटी पर उसको अगर असाइड भी कर दें तो भी एक बहुत बड़ा कंसर्न है एक गेमिंग इंडस्ट्री के लीडर के लिए कि उनका जो यूजर बेस है वो बढ़ने की जगह घट रहा है। तो इस पर आप क्या कहना चाहते हैं? क्या रीजन हो सकता है?
So the point is कि when Axie came into the picture, जब Axie आया market में, people were like, okay, this is the first game and which can actually we can actually play on Web3 and we can use our own NFT. So that feeling of using your own NFT was pretty amazing. Now the point is कि जब वो आए थे, that scenario was completely different. Because they were focusing on the market, they were focusing on their initial holders. Now Axie has multiple things. For example, the breeding possibilities in the Axie ecosystem, and the amount of number of new Axie generation is completely like there is no limited number of Axies. You can actually breed a number of Axies when you play the game, which actually reduce the rarity of the platform. At the same time, जो gameplay experience है वो repetitive है, which gives a very bad experience to the gamers. Now, when you ask about the Web3 game and play to earn game, people play to make money, not to play the game. So initially, it all started like I hold an NFT, I hold an Axie. So I want to multiply the amount which we can actually generate through my Axies. So that's why I started playing Axie Infinity. But after some point of time, I realized that I have already generated enough amount. Now I do not want to play the game anymore, and I just want to lend my particular Axie to the other gamers who can actually come to the platform and play.
तो विश्वास, जैसे कि आप बता रहे हैं कि बहुत सारे इश्यूज हैं जिस वजह से एक्सी के यूजर्स जो हैं वो घट रहे हैं, यूजर बेस घट रहा है, तो अकॉर्डिंग टू यू क्या होने चाहिए, सोल्यूशंस क्या है, क्या करना चाहिए एक्सी इन्फिनिटी को ताकि उनका जो ये यूजर बेस है वो बढ़े?
First, try to work on the create gaming experience. If you want to attract the gamers, if you just want to attract the holders, if you just want to deliver the utilities to the holders, initially you will gonna deliver the utilities, but at the same time, the biggest challenge is the low retention rate, and with time it will gonna lower down, because the whole point is you're not providing what people are looking for. People are playing the games, but there is no hook factor which are letting them to stay on the platform. So first focus on the gameplays. First focus on the good gaming economics, not just the good tokenomics, but how the game economics works, and how, for example, if I give you an example of Step An. Now, Step An is not a gaming, like it's not a game, it's an app. But at the same time, people are loving the whole gamification inside the whole Web3 application in this, like whatever is being happening in this step. Now, people love the gamified version of everything. It's not like, okay, a good tokenomics can bring you the utility, but it will not going to sustain if the retention is low and if people are not enjoying the game. For example, I would love to play Axie for a week, but after that I will gonna lose my interest.
Right. Yeah. So Vishwas, coming to a very basic question, what is the difference between traditional gaming and blockchain gaming, and will this redefine the trend 1 or 2 years going down the lane?
So it's a very good question. First of all, the traditional gaming and Web3 gaming, it's just a very small difference. Traditional gamings are actually games which are being deployed on Web2, sign in by Google, sign in with Gmail, and being controlled by the centralized entity. But if you go and talk about the Web3 games, it's still in a very early phase. People are experimenting, failing, and learning at the same time. But in this Web3 ecosystem, people are actually like, one entity is not controlling the whole thing. They are there as a leader. They are there as decision makers, and which can be achieved within the DAO council members and other stuff. But the only thing is, you do not need a third-party entity to control the whole stuff.
Okay.
Web3 gaming is more about a decentralized version, more about the community aspects, where games are being played by the community and games are built by the community. And the whole ecosystem which is being run can also be controlled, or can also be like a community member can also be a part of the whole DAO system, which allows to take the decision. They can also be the decision maker. And the biggest thing is, previously when we were using in the traditional games, we used to have skins, we used to have assets. Now, when we have those assets, we cannot sell those assets on the secondary market. For example, if I bought some skins on Fortnite, I can use inside the game, but I do not want to sell it again, right? But if you talk about the Web3, it actually gives you multiple possibilities. For example, if you have the assets as an NFT, you can actually resell it, or someone can lend those assets. Or if you have the tokens, then you can actually utilize this particular token inside the whole ecosystem, or you can just swap to other coins.
So वो गेमर्स जो प्रोफेशनल ई स्पोर्ट टूर्नामेंट्स और इवेंट्स का हिस्सा रहे हैं और जो लगातार गेम्स खेल रहे हैं, उनके लिए NFT गेमिंग बहुत शैलो है, क्योंकि ज़्यादातर जो गेम्स हैं वो दे आर नॉट डीप इनफ एंड दे डू नॉट प्रोवाइड लॉन्ग टर्म इंगेजमेंट. तो आपके हिसाब से किस तरह से गेमर्स को इंटरेस्टेड या इंगेज रखना चाहिए, लॉन्ग टर्म इंगेजमेंट के लिए क्या करना चाहिए?
Good question. And I had so I have been running my own game studio for more than 3 years, and I have a gamers community over there. We used to play the games together and trying to figure out how we can actually make the game more amazing and more efficient. One thing I noticed, like after talking to the games, after talking to the hardcore gamers, that what are their thoughts about Web3 games and NFT games? They said like we do not even care about NFT games, and we do not even care about Web3 games. We care about a good gaming experience. We care about a good gameplay. We care about a good script. We do not want to like go back, and we do not want to like play the same thing again and again, again and again. And even if we are playing, then for example, one gamer told me that I have been playing FIFA for more than like 6 years, and the point is like I never get bored of it because I love playing it. I love playing it because it keeps evolving. It's not the same. So right now the problem with the Web3 games are like, first, a good gaming experience required. We do not need to put efforts to onboard Web2 gamers to Web3. We do not have to do it. For example, if I heard about Fall Guys, you must have heard about Fall Guys and Among Us. Those are very small games which got famous during the COVID period. And everyone wants to play because it's just about like the great gaming experience. People started talking about it and they said like, okay, Fall Guys, Among Us, a very small game or a casual game, but a multiplayer game where you can actually like do multiple stuff. You can be the imposters and you can kill your own friends. So the point is like the kind of experience, the kind of gamification and the gameplays we're gonna bring more gamers to Web3. And if I can actually give you one example. So one of our NFT game is actually live on the mainnet. This is called NFT Rush, where people have to reach to the finish line and they have to collect the gases and they have to compete with other people. Now, when I was creating that particular game with my team, we used to play that particular game 1,000 times. And we never scored more than 6,000. Like our highest score was 6,000. Okay. When we launched the tournament and when we organized the tournament, gamers came. Highest score was 8,400. And I was like, how? I just personally messaged him, how you did this, please. Have you already hacked our system? Because we have actually tried to we have put all the checking and all the checkpoints so that no one can actually hack. He told one thing, that you have put the obstacles which throw us to the sea. I just went to that particular obstacles, wait for the right time and the right angle. Those obstacles were throwing me to the finish line. So the gamers, you cannot restrict. You cannot just tell them how to play games. They know, they can figure out how to play the games and how to be the best among the rest. You just need to find how to provide a good gaming experience. That guy is still on the top.
So games में जो NFT tokens होते हैं वो किसी investment की तरह होते हैं. तो जब गेम डेवलपर्स गेम बैलेंस चेंजेस करते हैं तो इन्वेस्टर्स की जो इन्वेस्टमेंट है वो बैडली या नेगेटिवली इम्पैक्ट होती है. सो द क्वेश्चन अराइजेस, इज दिस गेम फर्स्ट और इज दिस इन्वेस्टमेंट सिमुलेटर फर्स्ट?
The whole point is why NFTs and why NFT came into the picture. NFT इसलिए नहीं आया था just because you can use those particular NFT inside the game and then people can just play that particular game and make the money. NFT came into the picture for that so that you can actually raise funds in a decentralized manner. And everyone actually get a chance to be a part of your project. And now the scenario has completely changed. Now people are just following the footprints. For example, 100 NFT projects came, and people thought that out of those 100, 20 got successful. Now people just follow those 20 projects. For example, if you take an example of BAYC, there are tons of derivatives of BAYC. If you take an example of all the blue chip NFTs, there are tons of derivatives of blue chip NFTs. And the point is like people just follow the footprints because they think like, okay, let's make some money right now, and then we try to deliver a good project later. That is the mindset, and because the market has money in cryptos, because for example, if someone is a crypto trader and he has tons of cryptocurrencies, and he just have to pay 0.05 Ethereum to have one NFT as a token, and in future it will gonna go up or maybe it will gonna die it out. But that 0.5 doesn't even matter to him because he just want to try his luck with that 0.05. It's his investment or her investment. So initially, NFTs were just being started to raise funds for their project, but now people are considering NFTs as one of the biggest main source of income, and then people just do not deliver. What I feel is like if you are raising money from the NFTs, it is not required that you should use something related to that particular NFTs, but try to give more utilities to the community. For example, it's like, as you have mentioned, that most of the NFTs die. Why they die? Because most of the project fail to deliver the utilities they have promised.
Right.
And for example, if someone is minting for 0.05 or 0.1 or 0.15, initially because of the FOMO, people buy and people flip it for the higher amount. But when community see that, okay, nothing is happening, there is only one thing in their mind. It's better to flip it now than to lose everything. For example, if I'm sitting on one ETH floor and community is not doing anything, then I'll just try to liquidate, but I'll just try to flip that particular NFT in lower amount, 0.5, 0.6, 0.7, because 0.5, 0.6, 0.7 is still better than zero, right?
Right.
So that's how it all started, and that's how like the floor price goes down. There are tons of NFT projects who promises DAOs, and they have their own DAOs, but those DAOs do not give any utilities to any of their holders, most of them, and that's why they died. So initially, yes, when some NFT projects come to the picture, their main focus is to raise money than to provide utility. And I believe that NFT projects should focus more on the utilities and use NFT as the connecting dots inside their whole ecosystem, rather than just telling that your NFTs can do this or your NFTs can do that, or you can just flip this particular NFT in some way.